The world has seen a lot of evolution in recent times. Global network facilitated by trade continues to grow stronger and forge nations closer together.
On International Trade Focus, we'll share with you the current industry, tech and commercial avenues turning the world's trade wheel. This is your gateway to international business connections and trading events. Get the inside views, vital information, trends and analysis on emerging trade giants in Ghana and beyond. International Trade Focus, the global television trade showcase, transcending barriers in creativity and innovation. Join me, Anna Spew, as I give you a whole menu of international trade activities. International Trade Focus, your timely business hub. International Trade Focus is brought to you by GOL, ADB, Pediatric Valley Resorts and Public Elegance.
Metro TV, insightful and inspiring moments.
Live from Ikwa Studio, number 9 Dr. Iset Street, Northridge. This is NewsLine.
All right, good evening. The news has just started, and welcome to NewsLine on Metro TV. This bulletin is live on DSTV, channel 277. It's also streaming live on Facebook at Metro News. It's also live on Twitter at Metro TV GH. My name is Moro Awudu. Coming up this evening, Greater Accra Regional Police Command begins manhunt for assailants of a daylight bullion van robbery at a timber market, which has left 2 dead and others battling for their life. Meanwhile, IGP James Opombuenu has directed the Director General of the CID to take over the investigations. Also coming up in this bulletin, Fulani's alleged discrimination in upcoming population and housing census. We'll be speaking with the Acting Executive Director and Convener of the African Center for Fulani Affairs and Security, Gadel Ahmed Mohammed. NewsLine is always brought to you by Delta Paper, producers of Flora disposable tissue. NewsLine will be right back.
Need a little help? Nobody does it better. At UCS Facility Management, we give you the best in janitorial services, which include high-rise window cleaning, office cleaning, post-construction cleaning, facade washing, deep cleaning, carpet cleaning, swimming pool cleaning, and event janitorial services. Locate us at Jowolu, JA Plant Pool premises, or call us on 0501 666 322 or 0203 299 212 or 0203 299 234. UCS, your property is under our care.
As a mother and wife, my priority is making sure my family is protected at all times. That is why I never forget to give my angel a Flora disposable handkerchief to keep germs and sweat at bay. When Habi is out in the fields, I'm rest assured of Flora coming in handy anytime he needs it. Even when my daughter Na is out late, I am confident Flora disposable handkerchief will be close enough to save the moment. Flora disposable handkerchiefs are my go-to disposable handkerchiefs any day, anytime, and everywhere. Flora disposable handkerchiefs is affordable and handy. Flora, better than cloth handkerchiefs. Flora is a product of Delta Paper Mill Limited. For inquiries and bulk purchases, call 0243 033 033.
Welcome back to the news program. Suspected armed robbers have shot to death a police officer and an eyewitness in a daylight robbery incident at the timber market near the Agbogboloshi market. Now, the incident, which involved a bullion van allegedly transporting money, occurred around 1 p.m. My colleague Derek Adote was at the scene and has come through with this report.
And I'm saying about the Moja say, me so man John am say. What the Moja say? Ampara, your father can be 200 say. A present for na dem wu. It's one I can am Let's be better so drink. No be to obey the man. Or they call it to an account. It's what that's an amazing about saying. And you had them. So free them when they call about.
So that's the mother of the woman who was shot in this very armed robbery incident. We are trying to speak to some more people who are here and then to speak to their husband as well. Sir, please, how did you hear of this incident about your wife who was shot?
On the phone.
What information have you been able to find out so far from the police?
About her whereabouts?
Where she is and what's happening?
I've been told I've been taken to a police morgue.
The bullion van with car number GT8592 was carrying 4 people, a policeman and the driver when it was attacked by the armed robbers in broad daylight. An eyewitness accounts to us how the woman and the police officer was shot.
Oh, incident the buy and say taxi driver been an odi to 200 so it all of the side they say omo yi to free tax ni boot omo yi to free tax ni boot na tax ni fa ni same and omo start to shoot police ni no omo start to shoot police now it you say na tellers ni be bank tellers ni be fa same omo boto mani fa drum no mebe miti e fa madam ni dan no madam ti be shia bullet no na police no not bullion van front. I don't know, almost start to shoot in the face. Oh, you told free tax in the boot, and almost shoot police in the face. Tell any back on the as a wako conscious to say, as a wako collapse, or won't share be that, or who's an incident be that. And to run, can you a confront back with the tone born, or the tone back on born? Yeah, as of 20 years. Later on, you be who's not Jamestown patrol cars now actually.
According to another eyewitness, the armed robbers had followed the car on a motorbike till it got to the timber market where it was less crowded. He added he was afraid for his life and had to stay on the ground while the shooting happened.
I say you bought gloves. About 6 people and I was saying to car way by and almost say I can unpack it. And 4 people if you didn't if you can be 2 many guy back on and so all of a sudden now I say Tezi Bisudi can banker no Tezi age yeah banker name to do nice banker don't know say BS or told you and I saw the end they mean to me taxi no a day name only deny and in that banker no and the second car a didn't original and I say will be no to news and they won't to me when AC and all of a sudden you say a 2 now start to say a basa. And the best I need them is not where I call the person or saw them say, Master, yender from and tell them they made that from flats. Make that send your form of die, Nancy is again. I thank you.
The driver, who was also shot at, and one of the tellers, who was allegedly hit with the back of a gun, are currently receiving treatment at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, while the dead have been taken to the police hospital for preservation and autopsy. The police are, however, yet to make an official statement on the matter as they are currently conducting preliminary investigations. Reporting for Metro News, Derek Adote.
Well, the Inspector General of Police, IGP, has directed the Director General of Criminal Investigations Department to take over the investigations into the circumstances leading to the killing of a police officer and a bystander during an attack on a bullion van at Adidenkwo, a suburb of Jamestown, on Monday. Now, a press release signed by the Director of Public Affairs of the Ghana Police Service, Superintendent of Police Sheila Abeye-Bachman, states that the crime scene experts have visited the scene and are going through the necessary procedures to aid in the investigations. Now, the statement reads, and I'm going to be reading a portion of that statement that says, investigations of Jamestown bullion van attack. It says the Inspector General of Police, Mr. James Opombuenu, has directed the Director General, Criminal Investigations Department to take over the investigations into the attack on a bullion van at Adidenkwo, and it says a suburb of Jamestown in Accra on the 14th of June 2021, which led to the murder of a police officer. Preliminary investigation shows that unidentified armed men on a number of motorbikes crossed the bullion van, which was on a pay collection errand at about 11 o'clock and shot at the police officer who was on escort duty on the van, killing him instantly. The armed men also fired sporadically in the air and on the driver, who sustained gunshot wounds and is responding to treatment. A hawker was also killed by the armed men when one of the two ladies on the bullion van stepped out of the van and ran towards the deceased seller's direction. Both ladies on the van tell us of Montran escaped unhurt but were sent to the hospital to be treated for trauma. Crime scene experts have already visited the scene of crime and are going through the necessary procedures. And it says the IGP is also remanding the Association of Bankers to provide fortified armored vehicles for carting currencies by the close of June 2021, as earlier agreed between them and the police service, lest the police withdraws its officers for escort duties. Meanwhile, anyone with information on the Jamestown bullion van incident should contact the nearest police station or call the investigations team on 026 2122086, 0244 994 564, or 0244 280001, or on toll-free police emergency numbers 191 or 18555. Signed, Sheila Kesie Abeye-Bachman, Mr. Superintendent of Police, Director, Public Affairs. Meanwhile, we're going to be talking to Mohammed Ejesowa. He's the mayor of Accra and also the head of the Security Council for Accra. Well, he'll be joining us shortly. But before then, a security expert, Ajib Sani, he has been calling for the retooling of the Ghana Police Service to enable officers fight crime, which has evolved in recent times. Now, the expert says as the criminals are being emboldened, so must crime fighters be well equipped to combat the menace. Listen to him.
The robbers have become more brazen. They've become more audacious in the manner in which they stage their attacks. Primarily because of our inability to stop them in their track. They've become very motivated because of our inability to invest in crime and investigation. Mostly they perpetrate these crimes and they are left off the hook. We are not able to conduct elaborate investigations into it. So in the end, you have the same persons in the streets doing the same things all over and over again. It is also a psychological warfare of some sort. There are instances where robbers would rob and even wait for the police to arrive, then they ambush the police. It happened somewhere around Kaswa not too long ago. They've attacked police stations, they've attacked and killed officers in broad daylight, like it happened in front of Las Palmas at La Paz. Alaba is another classical case where they were on motorbikes and all that. So it's a way of letting the people feel that, hey, we are very strong. We have the firepower. We can do it and get away with it. So don't come in our way, okay? And that is what I find quite disturbing, because the trend seems to be going up, and we are not putting the right strategies and mechanisms on the ground to stem the tide, unfortunately.
We're still working the lines to get through to the Accra mayor. He had initially agreed to speak to us, so when we get through to him, we will be speaking to him on this very, or rather disturbing development on what happened in Jamestown. Well, in the meantime, the Fulani ethnic group in Ghana is demanding that the Ghana Statistical Service captures them by name in the impending 2021 Population and Housing Census. At a brief meeting in Accra today, the executive director, the convener of the African Center for Fulani Affairs and Security, Gadal Ahmed Mohammed, says they find it discriminatory to be classified under all other tribes. As a result, they want that to be changed. We'll be speaking to the executive director and the convener of the African Center for Fulani Affairs shortly. Gadam Ahmed Mohammed, I believe, has joined me on the line now. Good evening, sir. Thank you very much for joining us. Good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening for having me.
All right. The line is not very clear. If you can speak up a little bit, sir, I'll be very happy, sir.
Thank you very much. Good evening to you. All your viewers.
Right, but you can hear me clearly, can't you, sir?
Absolutely, I can hear you.
Right.
Very well.
Now, where lies your difficulty in the fact that you've been categorized under all other tribes? How does that amount to discrimination?
Yeah, the amount of discrimination because the Fulanis were in this country for over 400 years. And their contribution to the economic development of the country cannot be underestimated. It's important to understand that if you observe what is really happening now, even the Secretary Lady of the Republic of Ghana is a Fulani. Recently, the recent election, Fulani was elected as a member of parliament at the identical constituency. So all these facts clearly indicate that we cannot be classified as all other tribes because we play a very significant role in the socio-economic development of the country.
Right.
In 1948, we were captured as Fulani and Fulani pastoralists, and we were 20,000 population at that time, our number. In 1960, we were captured as well, and we were 25,000 people. And then in 2000, we were captured as well as Fulani ethnic group, and we were 300,000. We don't see the reason why, after 21 years, we are still not being able to capture the Ghana as
Well, I'm not sure that your Ghanaianness is what is being questioned per se. Fulani tribe is not an indigenous Ghanaian tribe, unless, of course, that has changed. I'm not aware.
Yeah, but why have we been captured since 1921? We are not indigenous. But because of our importance, we are an ethnic group. We are an ethnic group. I understand that. But we should give, given a code, we want to know how many Fulanis exist in Ghana. If you look at the media outlet, more often than not, you hear the alleged Fulani criminalities. You hear that farmer header conflict, Fulanis were involved. Other criminal activities such as kidnapping, armed robbery, etc., etc. We thought that this is an opportunity for government to count the number of Fulanis, to locate where they are, so that we can be able to turn out some of these security challenges that we are having.
All right. So beyond holding a news conference and putting your issues across, drawing the attention of the generality of the broader masses to your concerns, what else do you intend to do beyond this?
We have petitioned the Ghana Statistical Service. We've sent our petition to them, and we shared this petition to some government institutions which we believe they may be very interested in the Fulani issue. We have done that, and we are waiting to hear from the Ghana Statistical Service the reasons why our name was omitted this time, rather than giving us a code.
All right.
We have done that, and we are waiting the outcome.
Okay. All right. Alhaji Gadal Mohammed, thank you very much for joining us on Newsline, on Metro TV.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, so Alhaji Gadal Ahmed Mohammed is the acting executive director and convener of the African Center for Fulani Affairs and Security. We're going to be taking a short break. When we come back, there's more. Please stay tuned in.
Masa, Tam, Maria, I'm kind of coffee. I am doing more budget born again. Why? Have a beer, you can be right.
HD logo the bottom. Wait, you say HD local channels now. As a picture see clear. They are 5 times better. As other channels that could be your hormone. So what I mentioned when I'm right away. Oh, what a pictures. What a picture. What do AD plus decoder or multi TV and now Electroland agent PR natural local channels now HD the here's of better star 879 hash numbers from Kubo box and now the advert AD channels now.
Get an HD Plus decoder from now till the 9th of August for just $89.99 Ghana cedis and enjoy 3 months free subscription. Enjoy all the excitement and live sports action in the HD Plus Air Bosso Feely promo. Promo lasts from 7th June to 9th August 2021. Visit hd-plus.com.gh or call 024-243-9872 for more info.
Half a nose for good things.
Welcome back. Now, a US-based mental health practitioner, Philip Ofori-Ntomi, has called for the decriminalization of attempted suicide in the country. You know, Act 29, Section 57 of the 1960 Criminal Code states that anybody who attempts to commit suicide shall be guilty of a misdemeanor. Philip Ofori-Ntomi is calling on stakeholders to rally behind the fight to decriminalize what many see as a sign of mental illness. He was speaking with Francisco Kakra-Forsing on Good Afternoon, Ghana.
The World Health Organization has encouraged countries still criminalizing suicidal behavior to decriminalize it, since it is considered a mental health issue and suicidal people should therefore get help rather than be punished. Speaking on the topic, decriminalization of attempted suicide, the legal and mental health perspectives, lawyer Christian Lam Hesse, who has filed a writ invoking the original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court, prayed the court to efface Section 57(2) of Act 29.
So to the extent of the constitutional provisions I just mentioned, I'm saying that they are inconsistent with Section 57(2), and to that extent, Section 57(2) should be struck off the statute books.
On his part, US-based mental health practitioner Philip Ofori-Ntomi noted it was insensitive for the state to criminalize suicide.
I think it's on the part of the state to have that against any individual. I think it's come of age where we move beyond some of these colonial laws and impositions that have been on us for years to where we really deal with the needs of the people on the ground.
The discussion on suicide came in handy for an anonymous viewer who was contemplating suicide.
I'm tired of being in marriage right now. And sister, at times I feel like taking my life off. I feel like driving my car and even putting into a fence wall or a building.
As the nation undergoes further development, calls have heightened to change perceptions around mental health in general and suicide.
The Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, Shirley Ayokobwetri, has expressed disappointment over disparity between developing and developed countries in having access to the COVID-19 vaccines. According to her, the recent successes chalked by Ghana on the United Security Council will be used to champion the manufacturing of vaccines on the continent.
When we were at the European Union in Brussels not too long ago, they gave us indication that they're looking at some countries that will be supported to manufacture vaccines. and a case was made that Ghana should be one of those countries. So it's being looked at. It is not right that Africa, the whole of Africa, a continent of 1.2 billion people, we do not have a vaccine, a manufacturing facility for vaccines supported or under the aegis of the Africa CDC, or even in the case of West Africa, under West Africa Health Organization. So these are being looked at, and it is important that we bring our voice to the table, that it cannot continue like this. We have been told that this is not the last pandemic. This is not the last virus that we will be encountering as humans, but there will be other viruses that will plague humankind. And so we must be prepared. Africa must be prepared. The whole of Africa we were all depending on the Serum Institute in India, and today we are not able to get what we were expecting, what COVAX was expecting. It's important that we also are giving the intellectual rights to be able to manufacture our own vaccines.
Well, this is what we end tonight's edition of Newsline. My name is Moradu. Newsline was brought to you by Delta Paper, producers of Flora Disposable Tissues. Have a good night. Remember, the news never sleeps.